everyone. Big news just dropped from the US President Donald Trump has announced a ceasefire between Iran and Israel after Iran's powerful strikes. This is a major development in the region that's been on edge for weeks. What does this mean for the Muslim world? Is this a genius step toward peace or just another pause in a deeper conflict? Let's break it down together with the Muslim lens. Stay tuned, this one is important.
We're with us here this weekend as we were on the air live amid the news, this major U.S. strike on Iran. And tonight here, Iran's retaliation, targeting the largest U.S. military base in the Middle East, El Odeid, with a barrage of missiles, home to some 10,000 U.S. troops. 13 of 14 missiles intercepted. The other one didn't make it. And just moments ago, the breaking news here, President Trump now saying there could be a ceasefire in the works in the coming hours. Tonight, the video from Doha, Qatar, showing incoming missiles and interceptors lighting up the sky. The Pentagon saying those 13 of 14 missiles were intercepted with no damage or casualties. Late today, President Trump calling Iran's retaliation, quote, very weak, and thanking Iran for giving the U.S., in his words, early notice, sending a message through Qatar. The president saying it is now time for peace. Tonight here we are seeing new video. These are the B-2 bombers taking off in Missouri, headed for Iran the night of the attack. Officials looking closely at before and after satellite images to assess how much damage was done. Tonight, the UN nuclear watchdog agency now saying nearly 900 pounds of enriched uranium in Iran is now unaccounted for. So did they move uranium before the attack? And just before we came on tonight, as I mentioned, President Trump moments ago saying on social media there is now a complete and total ceasefire in the works. What we know about this so far. We begin here tonight with Iran's retaliation and ABC's chief international correspondent James Longman in Iraq tonight.
After 12 days of uncertainty in the Middle East, which has fueled fears of a widening conflict, tonight Donald Trump has posted that Israel and Iran have agreed to a ceasefire. It was just hours ago that Iran struck back. Just 48 hours after the United States launched a barrage of bunker-busting bombs at several Iranian nuclear facilities. This is what retaliation looks like. The largest US base in the region targeted with what appears to be 14 short and medium-range missiles. President Trump tonight called it very weak, but he even thanked Iran in a post online for giving the US early notice, which made it possible for no lives to be lost and nobody to be injured. Watch as they're intercepted by American and Qatari forces above Doha. According to US officials, some of those missiles were headed for Al Udeid Air Base. The Pentagon says 13 of the 14 were intercepted with no damage or casualties. Al Udeid is home to the headquarters of Central Command and Air Force Central Command, and it's likely where that US raid on Iranian nuclear facilities would have been coordinated. Trump was there just over a month ago. The president urged peace after greenlighting that stunning operation dubbed Midnight Hammer. New video shows about 9 B-2 bombers taking off from Missouri early Saturday morning. 2 were decoys, the other 7 flying quietly to Iran. A senior US defense official tells ABC News the administration believes Iran's attacks will be, quote, regional. Iran called today's attack the Annunciation of Victory. The Revolutionary Guard claims to have fired the same number of missiles that the US used in their weekend strike. Their supreme leader vowing Iran will not surrender. The US has been making adjustments to protect the more than 40,000 US troops spread from Iraq, Bahrain, Qatar and Syria. In the hours before, a shelter-in-place order went out at the US Embassy in Qatar. And mitigation plans have been in the works for some time. These satellite images show more than 24 US military aircraft had left Al Udeid Air Base. This photo was taken on June 10th and shows more than 30 military planes. 8 days later, a nearly empty base with only 3 planes still visible.
So let's get right to James Longman with us live tonight from Iraq. And James, you have more on the breaking news here. President Trump suggesting moments ago a possible ceasefire now in the works between Israel and Iran.
Yeah, David, this is a fast-moving situation. We have yet to hear officially from either party, but not long ago, President Trump announced a ceasefire deal between Israel and Iran set to begin in just a few hours' time. Under the terms of this deal, Iran would initiate a 12-hour ceasefire. After that, there'd be 12 hours of ceasefire from Israel. If in those 24 hours peace is achieved, well, that is the end of the war. But as we know, a lot can happen in 24 hours. David.
James Longman leading us off here tonight. James, thank you.
If you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to like, comment your thoughts below and share it with others who cares about Ummah. Until next time, stay aware, stay grounded and always stay connected to the truth. Allah Hafiz.